Hi guys, so welcome to this new video. This is part 3 in the mini-series about X47, X17, the German notebooks. Very nice brand of notebooks, and this time we're going to know what's in the 3 boxes you saw in this in the teaser. So first things first, Happy New Year everyone, Happy New Year 2021. Let's hope that we have a smoother and nicer year than 2020 was. I know the US and the UK both have been hit hard by the virus and the pandemic, so I hope everyone is fine and safe. I have frankly been spared here in Brittany. We have a low rate of the virus, and so we're doing a bit better than the rest of France. And so let's talk about something a lot nicer than this. Let's talk about the high-end X17 notebooks. We saw in previous videos, we saw the X17. Many of you know the X17. This is the Cognac, absolutely superb notebook. And in number 2 video, we saw the X47 Steel, which is the last creation from X47, X17 in terms of collection. So this one in the little box comes first, and this one comes second, and this one comes third, and is kind of a connection between X47 and X17, two different collections, two different brands actually, that have merged recently and had been created by the same creator. So we've got 3 boxes, a big one, another big one, and a small one, and we're going to start with a small one for one specific reason, because it is where X47 starts. And before I explain to you the story, let's move into that box. So as we saw previously, in terms of range and price, you start with the X17 collection, then you move up in standard with the X47 Steel, that we're using the special spring-loaded rods, and then you move up to the X47 haute couture collection, and this is what I have here. 3 pieces, but were sent to me, and thanks to X47 for this. They were sent to me because they were the 3 emblematic notebooks in their collection, so that's nice. So let's open this box. This is a black, well, let's say black or dark gray, with the embossed logo on top, and here it starts with the guarantee card, and it's all in German, but it's hand signed by Matthias Büttner, the creator. So let's open this. As you see, we're not in the same category. This is a high-end product. And here we have the A6 timer in the premium couture rod collection, which is actually a bit stronger in color than what you see. You see a bright red. I see a bright red too, but it's not that bright. It's more on the burgundy tendency. Then you've got inserts, additional inserts at the bottom. So let's close this, put this aside, and then focus on that beautiful notebook, and let's start with the story of that notebook. Let me have a drink before. Okay, so when this notebook is created, let's say revolution in notebooks has not reached the Midori tendency yet. What's really the trend at the moment is the filofax. And what is special about the filofax, it's like it's an organizer, but instead of being a book, it's a page by page organizer. But what it's basically, it's a ring notebook. Okay, I suppose many of you know the filofax. It's still used today. But the problem with the filofax, especially when you're left-handed like I am, is the freaking rings. It takes a lot of space. The modularity is nice. Being able to switch the pages from one space to another is nice. So Matthias Büttner, the creator of X47, was annoyed by these rings, and he created this system of, which you do not see here because it's hidden. From the exterior you will see them inside, but on the outside they remain hidden. And they chose for the X47 Steel to show them from the outside, which I think in terms of design is an excellent, brilliant choice on this lever. It's absolutely gorgeous. The spring-loaded rings that are made in steel and really absolutely nice. Well, they take up very little space. So let's have a look at this one, and let's look at the space before we look at the rest of the notebook, and in this one in particular. So look at this. If you had rings, they would come up here. Your notebook would be, or your organizer would be slightly triangular, and then all that space would be eaten up by the rings. Now there you get about 47% more space, hence the name X47. That's where it comes from. So as I told you, there's a lot of history about the brand there. So where does this notebook come from? The template, let's say, or the model for this notebook is the businessman's wallet. So let's have a look at the businessman's wallet. In terms of size, that's an A6. And then the idea was to have something that was pocketable, but still with a lot of place to write and a comfort in writing. And everything is thought out for that comfort, and we'll see that. But first, let's look at the leather, because I love the leather. So it comes as a bright red. As I told you, it's not absolutely bright here for me, but when I put it back, you will see the proper color. It's just to show you the vein of the leather. So everything's absolutely perfect about these products. So you see the line. And let's put it there so that you see the color better. I think it's actually closer to what you get. So one of the reasons for the price of these products is the way they do their notebooks, and their leather makers use the same piece from the exterior and the interior. Whatever the size of your notebook, the same piece of leather will be used from the for the outside and the inside. So you get the same color. You don't get a nuance between the inside and the outside, basically. And that's a sign of quality. So here on the outside, so you've got that plush feeling. Don't know why, but it's like plush. This soft and brilliant finish of this one, the couture rock premium leather. I think this one comes from Italy, if I'm not mistaken, but I'm not sure. You've got a bit more grain here. There, got a very small grain on this one. So what I like about this model is the way it can replace both your organizer, your notebook, and your wallet. And the reason is that inside you have 4 places for your credit card on the left and 2 on the right. This one is even deeper, so you can put something else like your ID card or something. And the logo is present here. It's a choice. We saw that with the X47 steel. It's choice in their collection to make their brand very discreet, so you won't see it on the outside. It's only shown on the inside. So very nice finish as well. So I left a cardboard to show you how the card would fit on this. And it's sized so that you can actually put 8 cards in there if you want. You've got 2 page marks, one of them always a reminder of the color of a notebook, and you can easily ask for more. So this one is the 3 rods that you have to choose from the start. Whether you use 2, 3 or 4 rods. 4 will be larger, 2 will be slimmer, but you have to choose right from the start. So here you've got your notebooks, and here you've got your calendar. Right, and it sits perfectly open despite this very small size, which is something that is allowed by the book by book system. So this time the modularity is not by page but by book. It's not as modular, but it offers more space and greater comfort. So that's a choice actually. So here, and you can choose the inserts that you put inside, and it's very easy to take them off. Like, let me show you this one, for example. That's how you take them off, and you replace them with another, and should you want to put another one back, there it goes. Very simple. There is a small spring-loaded system here, works fine. And on the other side, as I said, you got a place for an ID card and then another credit card. Very comfortable. And that is what we have to talk about. The pen and this little thing there. Can't remember the word. Pen holder. Let's go about pen holder. I think that's the one. Okay, so I said that they have the customer in mind all the time, and here's the reason why it's standing at the top rather than on the side. When I have a pen holder on the side, I almost never ever use it. The reason is that when you have something on the side, it gets stuck whenever you want to put it in a bag or in a pocket or wherever, it gets stuck with it. So that's exactly what they wanted to avoid. Instead of putting a regular standard size pen, they put it there. And so, of course, it had to be smaller, so they created their own line of pens, which we'll talk again later. But that thing here became a signature of the brand, of the X47 brand. So you will see that in the other two notebooks, because it's well appreciated by customers, and so they kept this and it became a signature design of theirs. I find it pretty practical. So let's go back to this little pen. So as this one is their first model, let's say. So there was this choice that required a proper small-sized pen, which if you are a pen user, you will probably have in your bags a smaller sized pen. This one is 10.5 centimeters long, and let's talk about it. So let me close this down so you can see that beautiful notebook there, and let's talk about that pen. So they created their own line. This is the chrome version, but you actually have it in glossy black, chrome, aluminum, platinum, mother of pearl, stainless steel, and smooth stainless steel. So as I said, it's a 10.5, so let me show you up close. There. You can see the design. There's something special about these pens. So they thought these pens in the same way they think about their notebooks: practical and beautiful and simple. You've got the X47 brand here. Can you see that there? Embossed in the metal. It's a beautiful pen. What's special about this pen is that it comes in mechanical pencil, 2 sizes, and ballpoint pen. But the caliber is unique. And so you can switch the mechanic inside, you can switch between the ballpoint pen and the mechanical pencils. Also, the ballpoint pen is standard sized D ballpoint, so you find it everywhere if you want a refill. You do not have to buy an X47 refill. The mechanic is absolutely smooth and it's a very nice pen. The mechanic is actually a German one from the brand Schmidt, and Schmidt is the same mechanic producer for Faber von Castell, Graf Faber von Castell and Montblanc, to let you know the kind of quality they went for at a fairly affordable price. So that's actually very nice, and it fits perfectly inside. So let's move on to the second box. I need a bit of water. No Coke today. Okay, so again we found the same box, which is a standard. And here we go, and I have to check the time because my video always ends at 25 minutes. I have no idea why. So this time we're going for a black A5 Slimline Classic. So this one, that's nice. They didn't have the A5 format at the beginning, and customers asked for the A5 format as it became more and more trendy, or trendier, I don't know how you would say that. And so they answered with an A5 that was a huge babe. And so they moved on to that slimline, and that's what we have here. the inserts, complementary inserts inside. Sorry. Somehow French speaking English, we don't know where our S's stand. Right, here's that babe. So that's a totally different lever, totally different idea. So this time we're moving from a brilliant finish to a matte finish with this black leather. So we're going to go faster on this one. This is a huge babe. It's heavy in the end because that's a 4 insert in the A5 format. So that's a big one. Very nice if you want to have something on your desk and sometimes you want to grab it and move somewhere. That's very nice. So let me show you the leather. The leather is different from the previous one, which was smooth but rather firm. And this one is extremely smooth. Absolutely not the same. It smells like leather goods. You know, the nice smelling ones. That's what it smells like. Absolutely gorgeous, and it feels so good to the touch. The grain of the leather is pretty small, but it's visible. And here's the finish, color on color, same black color. You've got your 3 page marks, and let's move inside. So what I like about this one is the discretion. Like here, you put your credit cards, but they come under the card. And again, all the piece is from the same leather, which is a leather piece, which is nice. You've got 3 different, you can put 3 different credit cards on this side. Oh, I left the cardboard just because I like that firmness, because the leather is very supple. But it's just for my own comfort as I'm using it, because I like it to be a bit firmer. But I love the idea of a hidden credit card. When someone sees your notebook, they are not visible, but they are there for you to use should you need them. Again, we have that system that stays relatively flat. Declined with 4 notebooks. The first one is a calendar. The second one, a graph notebook. But really, you can choose from a huge range of inserts. Lined one, and that's a demonstrator. And then the organizers always come with something that you can open up to see your full year. On the side, you've got a pocket where you can put a larger size document, always with that smooth leather. So if you can see that, it's very, very supple. This signature pen holder at the top, of course, for the practicality, but this time you can put a regular pen in terms of size. But the pen holder is not large, so there's a little elasticated bit at the bottom, so you can actually put a larger pen, but it's not actually easy. I've tried. And here goes. So that's a very simple model, very elegant, and the leather on this one is absolutely gorgeous. So this one is the A5 Slimeline Classic with 4 inserts, which makes it a bit heavy. So now let's move to the last one. So this one is the most recent line in the Slimeline collection, and this is the A5 Plus Square, which we have seen previously in other models like the X47 steel. And I think in the X17 as well, I can't remember. Right, so let's have a look at this one. So this one is still another leather. So really, with these 3 notebooks, you have the emblematic offer from X47 in 3 very different spirits of leather, let's say. So this one has a larger grain. I actually absolutely love this leather. This is my favorite leather, though the grey color is not my thing. This is the A5 Plus Square in the color Anthracite. So let's put the box aside to show you. Oh no, that sound which you hear, not good, not good. We'll try to finish. This is my heating system powering up. I hate that thing. Why now? Well, in my French video there was a cat. Okay, so let's have a look at this one. I told you before, I love that presentation. because I think it's actually perfect for work. When you're using a computer and you've got your keyboard and you try to put an A5 notebook below the keyboard, so let's say that's your keyboard, and you put the A5 and it always stands away from the your actual desk. But when you're using that kind of size, it fits perfectly. And so the story about this one is that someone was using an A4 at X47 that person really liked, but it was impractical because of the keyboard. So that person had the idea to cut it into two pieces that ended up being this. So let's have a look at the leather first. So this is an anthracite leather, extremely supple, as you can see, but with a lot of weight. Actually, it has a weight which does not only come from the insert, but the weight of the leather as well. As you can see, it's pretty thick, and the grain is beautiful. I love the sensation that you get when you touch that leather. Also, it's very supple as well, as you can see. Totally different leathers from the ones that we saw in the two previous videos. So let's have a look at the full leather piece, because it's a huge piece. Let's put the page marks aside. So that's a very smooth leather, as you can see, with a totally different aspect and feel and sensation, because it has more grain into the leather. And let's have a look at how you would use it. So as you open it, there is this piece which I really, really love. Remember the credit card holder that was discreet in the other one? Well, it's still discreet, but this time, as the size has moved there, instead of 3 spaces, you get 4 spaces like this and there on the other side. And this is made by the leather makers so that it closes perfectly. And when you're using that side of your notebook, then you are not disturbed by anything there. You almost do not feel it. So it falls perfectly there. It's discreet, but it's also well thought out. So there you've got your notebooks, and when you have this format, it stays even more flat. Any page you take, it stays flat. It's absolutely nice. So this time you have a 5x3 method. Insert. So this one, let me tell you first. This one is a 3 insert version. I actually started using it with 2 inserts, but there were 3 rods. So that's something you can actually do if you're not sure whether you would choose the 3 or the 2 rods or 3 rods. The only difference at the end is the thickness and the amount of notebooks you have. If you have 3 rods, you'll get 3 notebooks. 2 rods, 2 notebooks. Now when you have 3 rods, you can use 2 notebooks, but you'll have a thicker one. But definitely I would tend to, I like trying this one with 3 rods and 2 notebooks, but I put the 3 notebooks so I could show you. The graph, which is a 5x5, always with page number, and each one has its little page mark. 1 burgundy, 1 grey anthracite like this one, and 1 white one. And a calendar that serves as an organizer. And at the end, you've got a pocket, and there you go. But this one is special, so let me show you. You've got a pocket there, stopping there, as you can see. You've got a pocket on this side, stopping there, but you also have another pocket going from one side to the other below the other ones. So it's an actually rather complicated build. And always the signature pen holder at the top rather than on the side. Okay, so I had a problem with the film, but I think everything's back to okay. Right, and so you see it's very supple, and that's it at the end. So let's go back to these 3 different sizes. Let me put the boxes aside. So this one is the last one, and it's meant for your desk, definitely, and it's meant to be used with a computer and a keyboard, and it's absolutely perfect in terms of size and use. I love this little thing on the side. I think it's perfect, so you can use it as both an organizer and a wallet should you want it. But that's definitely a desk item in my opinion. Oh, that noise. I hope you do not hear it as much as I do, but I think you will with the new mic that I have. So this one is the A5 in the standard format. This one is really thick, but should you have only 2 or 3 inserts, then maybe it's more portable than this one. This one definitely is the desk one, and I'm using it for the books I've read. So I write my opinion on this. So let me let them stay there. There, and the last one is the little A6 timer. Extremely practical in my opinion, because it can replace a little notebook, an organizer, and a wallet at the same time, and I really like this aspect of it. My husband loved this one and he asked for it, so I'm going to give it to him, but I don't know, maybe we'll discuss that one because I need a new wallet, and that would just be perfect in my opinion. That one definitely is very nice. So these, as I showed you, are really high-end leather products, really nice quality. And so thanks again to X47 for sending me these 3 emblematic products in their line, which is a huge line. You've got more than 100 different leathers you can choose from. You can choose every aspect of your notebook should you want it. At that range of price, you can move up, I think, to something that's exactly what you want, and they actually answer even extreme choices. So that's actually nice to know. The little pens inside are fairly affordable for the quality of the pencils or the pens, and those really are what you will get with this line. I think the 3 models that they sent are really classic, so they do offer more exotic things than these ones, but these are the 3 most emblematic. This is their best success in the line, and I think it shows the spirit and the quality of this brand. So thanks for watching up till now. It's quite some time now, about 30 minutes almost. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to put a thumbs up, and next video will be about the leathers, so we'll have a look at the leathers from the 3 different collections. We'll try to abuse them, roll them, see how they behave, see how they age, see how they react to hand grease, see all of this, and you'll have an idea of what they offer. Leathers are really at the center of our brand. The quality of our leathers is actually excellent, one of the best I have ever seen in notebooks, and it's really the leather maker feel and the smell that comes with it. And in the up next video, then we'll talk about the inserts, because they have a huge range of inserts, and I think the idea, the basis of their products is the modularity and the fact that you can choose everything from start to bottom, start to end, and that's top to bottom, sorry. And that's the idea. So thanks for watching again. Happy New Year. I hope you're all doing well, and I hope you still will be doing well for my next video. So thanks for watching. See you next time.